everybody, and welcome to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time watching one of my videos. Today I wanted to share with you guys what will happen if I mix basically all to most of my foundations. I don't know how much or how many foundations we're supposed to mix. I do want to say before we start, a lot of my foundations have different consistency, which means some of them are basically like this in a little crayon, and most of them are in liquids, which are thicker to full coverage. Also, there's other foundations that I have that are very liquidy and thin, like this one. So we're gonna go ahead and try to mix them all together. I don't know if I'm gonna be mixing every single one. For example, like this one, I'm not sure if I should mix, like cut a piece of this and mix it in there, because I don't even think it's gonna be mixable since it's very thick and it's a stick foundation. So I'm not sure if I should mix this one in there. We'll see how it works out when I'm starting to mix all of them. I'm going to show you guys every foundation that I'm going to be pouring into here and start mixing it, and let's get started. Also, as you guys can already tell, I have my brows and my eyes done. I just filmed a look on this look, and this is going to go up before this look, so before this video. So this tutorial will be up already, and it'll be linked somewhere in this video, if not down in my description box. So yeah, let's get started, and we're going to go in and start mixing some foundations. Okay, so I have nothing on my skin. I probably shouldn't have worn a white shirt for this, but we're gonna try not to mess this up. Okay, so before I do all this, I am gonna prep my skin and moisturize it, because I have literally nothing on my skin. And the number one thing I've been using, I change moisturizers. So I've been using this Clean and Clear Advanced Acne Control Moisturizer, and I know this is a moisturizer after you cleanse your face, but I've been using this before my makeup, so I apply this after anyway, and it works really good as a moisturizer. So I've been using this one, and it also has this like dryness goodness that makes your skin feel really good. And I know it might feel weird, but it has this very teeny tiny amount of, like, not stickiness, but it kind of feels like a primer, and it's acne control. So I think that's one thing that has been working. Okay, after I do spray this rose water, I've talked about this in other videos, we're just gonna spray. It smells so good. I already have like restocked of those sprays because they are so good to my skin. Okay, so for primer, I'm not gonna go with any cream or base primer, simply because I'm gonna add a ton of foundations and it's just so much cream, and I don't want to mix that with the actual primer. So I'm just gonna prime my skin with this primer right here. This is the Cat Rice Cosmetic. It's a long-lasting prime and fine multi-tint fixing spray. Oh, this thing looks really big on camera. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and pour half a pump, or maybe a little bit less, to this little bowl here. And the first foundation I'm gonna go in with is the Fenty Beauty foundation. I feel like I'm gonna pour so many foundations that I really don't need a lot. So I'm just gonna do like a dot. You guys can see it's gonna probably be like 20 dots, which will add on to full foundation, you know, as much as I need for my skin. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this foundation next. This is the Anastasia Stick Foundation. Just gonna cut a little piece here. I know it's very hard to see, but right, guys, you guys can see it. I just hate doing this to my foundation sticks. I don't mind the liquid ones, but yeah. Oh, I can't pour it in there. I'm gonna pour it with my finger. So there's foundation number 2, and of course if I need more foundations, then I'll just go ahead and pour a little bit more of every single foundation. Next foundation, I'm going with my Milani Conceal Imperfect 2-in-1 foundation, and that is this one right here. This foundation is really oily, but it has a very nice coverage. That's why I really like it. Going in with this one, this L'Oreal Inflammable Pro Matte. And then I am mixing the shade 103 Natural Buff and 109 Classic Tan. And the Classic Tan is a darker shade. I literally just add a tiny bit. It's just like I was off my shade by like a little bit. So I'm just gonna mix it in my hand. I'm just gonna pick that up. I'm gonna go in with this one right here. This is the L'Oreal True Match. No, this is not the True Match. This is a L'Oreal True Match Illumi Health Illuminating Foundation, and it is so good. I also love this. I haven't used it in a while, but I was so obsessed and hooked on this foundation, so I'm just gonna pour some. And this one is in the shade N4 Natural. I'm gonna go in with this one. This one just doesn't have the little logo stuff on it. I don't know why, but this is the same one. This is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. Love, love, love these foundations. Grab some in my hand, and we're gonna go in. Now let's go in with this one. I haven't used it because I haven't got my shade yet, and this one was way too bright. I also have a video in how this worked out for me. This is the Dermacol makeup cover. It's actually really good. The coverage is awesome. I just couldn't pick my color. It was so hard. I actually ordered 2 shades and too difficult. So I'm gonna add a tiny bit of this one because the shade is not my shade. I'm just literally gonna tap it right there. Yeah, this color is super off. It might mess up the whole foundation. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Kat Von D Lock It foundation. Now I'm gonna go in with the Neutrogena Shine Control Makeup Foundation, and that's this one right here. This one's really old. I've been having this for a while. So it doesn't have a pump, so I'm gonna go in with my spatula. Now we're gonna go in with the Fit Me Maybelline Shine Free Foundation Tint. These are the stick foundation. Again, we're gonna scoop some out. Really liquidy. This one was actually one of my favorite foundations when it came out because it was so thin and it just had a very lightweight with awesome coverage. This one is the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation, and it's right here, and I'm just gonna be very careful because this foundation is super liquidy. Next, we're gonna go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter foundation, and we're gonna pour again some in there. And next, I'm gonna go in with this one right here. This is the Sephora foundation. I'm gonna go in with this CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation, and this is how it looks. It's actually really light for me. So next, I'm gonna go in with this MAC Studio Sculpt SPF 13 foundation. So I found another box of more foundations, but they are very like old. So I'm gonna just pick 3 out of those because I have a ton of those. So the ones I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna pour the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation, and I know a lot of you guys remember this one. So this is how it looks, and if you guys remember this, leave me a comment down below if you guys miss it, because honestly I do kind of miss it and I might just use it again. The other ones I'm using is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. Yeah, this one was also one of my favorite foundation. It is a finished matte foundation with awesome coverage. So I'm gonna go in and pour some of this, and again, this is how it looks, and that is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse. And the next one is the CoverGirl Clean Whipped Cream Foundation, and I didn't really like this one when I got it. That's why I never used it, but I'll use it to blend in or mix foundations. So we're gonna go in and just mix it up. You see, this is what I meant. There's like big clumps of the thicker foundations. Let's see how it works. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some in my face. It actually made a pretty good shade for me. It's my powder brush. Okay, we're gonna go in with a clean foundation brush. It has no product on there. And just, oh, it makes it better with this. This foundation globs falling on my shirt. Oh my god. My foundation is dripping. Let's rub it in there. I think this is the mousse foundation that is like falling off. I'm just gonna go with a clean buffing brush, and I'm gonna buff this into my skin. Okay, so I know you guys can see it. It does look a bit light, but the coverage is really good actually, and I'm kind of surprised. All those foundations together, they just unite like peanut butter. I don't know, I really like the coverage. It's like this nice full coverage. The foundations do not feel heavy at all, even though I add all those very heavy full coverage foundations like the Kat Von D one. Super good, you guys. So yeah, it came out really good. I honestly like it. It's just the color didn't really mix well with making my own skin tone, you guys can see I kind of look just too light. I don't know if it's my shade. I think I can make it work. So I'm just gonna go in and cream contour and highlight real quick and just set everything in place, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I set everything in place. I really like the end result of it. You guys can tell it looks really smooth, and it is a medium full coverage. I did set everything with this Morphe translucent banana powder. Honestly, I've been using this one for a while now, and I'm not really a big fan of it, but I'm still testing it out. But I feel like it did a very good job, you guys. It covered my skin, and I feel like I blended it pretty good. You guys can tell. If not, let me know, because from here it looks pretty good, but I could be wrong. My face feels light as a feather, guys. I don't even feel like I have a lot of makeup on. I don't know if it was the primer, but this foundation actually did really good, and it setted my skin pretty good. It's also working really good with the powders and everything I added on top. You guys can see. So I really liked doing this. It was really fun to do it with and share with you guys. That is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please don't forget to like or subscribe to my channel. Also share this video with your friends if you or they want to know how mixing all your foundations work. I really hope, again, this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.